Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Warzone Wamblings. I am your host Daniel Munro, the author of The Taste Beneath and Diseased Intentions. You already know that, so let's get into this. This podcast is something I'm going to be doing quite a bit because it's a lot easier for me to narrate over gaming footage than it is to do the full camera setup. The full camera setup for the Beyond Fiction series and the writing things actually takes a fair amount of time. For an 8-minute video, it takes 10 hours of preparation. If you factor in everything, including, you know, writing the script, research, recording, and editing, it takes a while. But let me introduce you to Esports Pembroke team. Badman Shooters there is Shane, One Domi is Adam, I am Rookie 28, yeah, Boss Lady, Yes Queen, and the little guy I've just put the map over is Dog Morris, also known as Mikey. So we are going to be representing Pembroke as we jump into Warzone. As you can see on the map there, it's only a small segment of the map that we are playing on. If you want to see us play the full Warzone game, let us know down in the comments and we'll work on the big map. But for now, we're just playing the Resurgence mode. For all of you who have not played the game, I'll give you a brief rundown before I start the podcast off. Give you a bit of an overview. This is a battle royale game mode. They're the rage at the moment. I know you all would have heard of them, even if you're not into gaming. You've heard of Warzone, you've heard of Fortnite, and it is essentially the last team standing. But the way this resurgence mode works is that if I die now, I will have a counter telling me how long I have left, and if that counter has finished and some of my teammates, even just one of them, are still alive, I will respawn back in. So it's a bit of a quicker game mode, bit more fun instead of just sitting around and waiting. To give you a navigation of the screen for what you're looking at, in the bottom left of your screen is my team, so you'll see I'm Rookie 28. Down there is our health and how much money we've collected. In the top left of your screen is the map, something that Mikey and Adam struggle to use frequently, and yes, I will be taking the piss out of them and myself quite a lot as we play this game, don't worry. It all goes either way. And in the middle left of your screen, you'll see the actions. So you see there, Adam just marked a location, but it also gives you the kill feed of who killed who. But I'm sure you'll figure out the game as we go along, so let's dive straight in. And as you can see, I have titled this game the Alien Free Effect. I tell you what, these podcasts are going to be so great because as much as I do have a script, I'm not going to be cutting and editing it. So you can see just how badly or how often my mouth malfunctions in real life. So starting off, oh no, I've hit some action straight and I've been killed. I have no idea how I lost that gunfight, but I'm going to self-res because that guy's pissed me off and I'm going to go back for the kill. Oh no, just aiming one of my teammates there. As you can see, we're already taking some hits, but before, yeah. So the Alien 3 effect, and the reason why I've called this podcast is I'm not going to be talking about Alien 3, the movie itself, even though you all know I'm a massive fan of the series. So we've got to pop this guy here first, yeah, sit down, throw a cheeky fire night at him too. The reason I've called this podcast, the Alien 3 effect, is because when it's come to book 3, as you all know, I am knee deep in book 3 at the moment. When I was writing Diseased Intentions book 2, I did a lot of research on my favourite sequels of all time, or the sequels of my favourite franchises. So this would be Alien, Terminator, Predator and Jurassic Park. And when I wrote Diseased Intentions, I took on board everything that those movies did so well. Even though Jurassic Park 2 and Predator 2 seem to get a bit of stick, I think that they are brilliant sequels in terms of what they offer the franchise, the lore, and respect the predecessor. But when it comes to book 3, I did exactly the same watching the third installment of all these franchises, and they actually failed pretty hard. It's like they were all trying to take the sequel to their respective franchises and just up them one more, and it doesn't really come off. As a matter of fact, it fails pretty hard. And I didn't want that to happen with book 3, even though I do need to push the series forward a bit. So what I did instead was I actually looked at some of my favourite bands. And some of my favourite bands, two in particular, Korn, Slipknot and Linkin Park, they all have the same sort of theme where their first album is an absolute cracker, their second album builds on that and turns it into an even more of a monster, and then their third album is very much toned down and stripped back with a lot more experimental elements onto it, and that's what keeps the listener interested. Because if they had released a third album that sounded the same as the first two, it could have been very stale. So it's important to keep things fresh, and that's what I've been looking for with book 3, to honour the first two books but freshen it up a bit. And why I've chosen specifically Alien 3 for this is because, with Alien being my favourite of all the franchises, it did something incredibly unique with the Alien in terms of the Alien in Alien and Aliens, both of those movies. Even though Aliens, the second movie, is a lot more action packed, it is considered an action movie, there still isn't a gunfire shot until like 45 minutes into the movie. It's very much restrained, and that's what I was looking for with The Taste Beneath and Diseased Intentions. They're both slow burners that build up to the action, whereas in Alien 3, the alien is in that movie not just with a lot more screen time, but a lot quicker. It appears in the movie in 11 minutes, I want to say it is, which is a lot faster than the first two movies. Like, the alien is there and it's already happening. And I have had to take on board, because that's what I've done with book 3. I've opened it, it's a lot more fast paced, a lot more chapters, they're a lot more shorter, and there's a lot more happening. There is a lot more happening, but I didn't want to overdo it where Alien 3 fails. I could say the same for Terminator 3, Predators, and even Terminator 3, Predators, and let's not even talk about Jurassic Park 3. What a load of shit that was. I'm going to stop talking about this for a second, because you see there, my team are doing really well actually. Just, you see they're holding that area. I've decided to run off, see if I can find another way out. You see, I think, yeah, I'm talking to them now. I think I found another way, and then that guy just sneaks up on me and pops one in me. Yeah, he had the absolute jump on me there, sneaking the hallway. So I can't really criticise him, because I was doing exactly the same. But as I was talking about this resurgence mode, you can see that countdown there. That is the countdown that my teammates have to stay alive for before I can respawn. So whilst I'm dead, I'm just currently spectating Domi. As you can see, my guys are holding up the area pretty well. Everyone's got kills. The teams are whittling down, and it's getting quite intense this game. You see, not diving in into any fights they don't need to take. They're just holding it down. Really proud of them. They've come on really well. I shouldn't really talk to Shane like that, because Shane was an absolute master at the original Call of Duty. It's like, Shane is Mikey's younger brother, and I've heard that he was an absolute trick-shotting bad man machine back in the day. When it comes to Mikey and Adam, I can rip on them as much as I want to, because you know, I'm just as shit as them. But that's the way it works. You can see me respawning back in now, and Dogger's going to get in front of my, yeah, you see Dogger in my way there. And when I talk about this, Mikey and Adam have some of the worst fucking spatial awareness or situational awareness in this game. It is fucking hilarious, and you're going to see some bits. You're going to see some bits of me as well. Like, I'm better at situational awareness than those two, but I am a bigger choker. Like, I choke like situations a lot more than they do. Adam there has just dropped me a couple of plates, so I'll take those. Get my health back up, and there's a guy parachuting in there. Cheeky one shot. I did actually hit him. That's not bad, considering this gun is absolutely trash. Yeah, this game's coming down to its end. It's getting very intense, and I'm going to switch back. I was talking about Alien 3 in terms of what I've had to take on board for it, because I have had to freshen the series up, but I don't want to take it too far away from the reader, because I still say it's strange that I have fans, you know, The Taste Beneath and Diseased Intentions. No, so it's got to sort of be something they like. I can't switch it just for the sake of switching. And when I said that these guys are situational awareness, that was Adam firing at me, those bullets. It wasn't an enemy, that was Adam firing at me. But yeah, back to the book 3. Yeah, I've taken on board what a lot of my favourite musicians did with their third album, where it keeps the listener interested. Korn specifically did it with their first single of the third album, which was a high-charged tune with a bit of a disco beat in the background, and it really caught the listeners off guard. It even pissed some of them off. But what that worked with how they write music, because they are a very experimental band, but they did it sticking true to what they know. They just upped their game a bit. So that's what I've been doing with book 3 itself, basically, because I don't want it become stale because my first 2 books, I need to keep the reader on their toes with everything that's coming. And book 3 itself, that was a failed grenade shot there, Daniel. Book 3 itself was, it's different in terms of, I've tried to keep the aesthetic the same, but the pacing is different. But also something I've done really differently with book 3, which is sort of a big risk and a big jump, because I know a lot of my readers watch me fail jumping through this window. Yeah, nice one, good one there, Daniel. What I've done with book 3, where the fuck was I? I've just written some notes down. Ah yeah, keeping the reader interested. I've done something I've not done yet, and part 2 of book 3 doesn't have my main character Ryan in it, because I know a lot of my my readers love Ryan. But I've done that to help build up some other characters that I've introduced in book 2. Well, I introduced Harper at the end of book 1, but he had a lot more in book 2, and I also introduced another character called Sergeant Kiran Rook, who is getting a lot more in this book as well, and I've had to take the story away from Ryan to build him up. You can see it's the final circle here. Left side of your screen, see Team White, Domi with the kill. We get a Warzone victory, and in this one my team have absolutely carried me, because I'm the only person who died, and I'm the only person who didn't get a single fucking kill. Look at that, no kills for me. The rest of the team absolutely hammering down. We're going to see what kind of factors or awards that Warzone has given us. Who's up first? Where are we there? Get to the chopper. Mark Spurn, Shane. That would make sense because he had the highest kill count. Mikey is I'm not even going to try and say that word, but that's what Mikey was. Me, I'm apparently a survivor, even though I'm the only one who died. Yeah, good one, Call of Duty. And Adam was the assassin. Yeah, with the final kill there. So that is it. The first gameplay footage you're ever going to see from us is a win, and I got carried hard. But jumping straight back into the next game here now, and carry on with what I was saying about book 3 as well. Yeah, I've got to keep it fresh for the readers, so expect something completely different. And also what is different about this, a lot of you will know that I write my book in thirds, pretty much like any movie or book out there, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. But what I do is I send it out to my beta readers in thirds, so I don't send them the full books, I send it in parts. And with book 3, these 3 individual parts, watch some shocking shooting there. That was awful, Daniel. What I've done with these thirds is they're actually individual stories as well. So part 1 is from Ryan and Mikey's perspective, part 2 is from Rook and Harper's perspective, and then part 3 will switch back to Ryan. And it's actually quite good for me that I've done it like that, because there's a lot going on in this book. That's why I've broken it down into thirds, because if I try to make it flow as one story with everything that particularly happens in part 2, because I have to take the story away from Ryan for this part to have weight, especially as it's the part I've been wanting to write for 10 years. It's kind of, from what I've heard with the Game of Thrones books, where they break the parts down in, a lot of my Insta authors do it as well, where the chapters are told like, you know, chapter 17, and it will say the character's name to let you know it's from their perspective. And but I've actually had to take the parts away, and I've named the parts individually as well. So part 1 is called No Signal. My beta I'm going to stop talking about this. Remind me, part 1, No Signal. But you'll see this. So we've landed in high activity area. You can see the left side of your screen there. Domi's marked someone. Dog has already killed someone. Shane's down someone. Shane's below me. He gets into a gunfight there, and I know we're surrounded. There, boom, jump shot, bitch. Absolutely floored that guy. Now Shane has told me that the person who killed him is starting to self-revive. So I peek around the corner, see them there. Fucking have it, get down. They're trying to revive. A couple of slaps to the head. Sit down, bitch. Before you say anything about that being a female, I'm playing as a female character too, so none of you Twitter activists go, nah, misogynist, hashtag cancel Daniel, fuck off. But yeah, beginning of game 2, we've landed in a high activity area. The boys already got some kills. I think we've already slammed about 6 kills between us. Also, if you're tuning into this to watch for high level gameplay, don't, because we're not actually that great. We might have won the first game, but we're not actually that great at the game. I think our highest team kill count at the moment is 14. It's See, Domy's been down there on the roof, and we have landed in a high traffic area. You see one more parachuting in over there. I've thrown a grenade. I've stuck the person with a Semtex, knocked their armor off, and then someone else is about to run in front of me. Pop them down. Then to my left, someone goes after Mikey. I managed to finish him, run over to revive Mikey, and look at this. His health fails just as I was about to inject him. Damn it. But we stick. We move. Oh, no. It's, I remember the action doesn't stop here. I turn around the corner. Adam gets absolutely dropped by someone in the distance. He comes after me looking for a self-revive. I start to revive him. I get popped in the back. Have to take some cover. Go around. I actually abandon Adam for a second, but that's because I'm looking to play it up so we can both stay alive. Check the corner. Check down in the garage because there could be someone there. Run up. See Adam. Make sure he's got enough time left. Start to revive him. Shane comes over so the revive goes even quicker, and that is what you call teamwork. Boom. But back to the parts that I was talking about. So the first part is called No Signal. My beta readers know why. And the second part, it was called For the Record. And once I've released book 3, I will tell you why part 2 was called that. But part 2 has been called Full Circle, and you will see whilst you're reading it why I've called it that. Part 2 is probably the most risky piece I've ever done. Not in terms of Ryan only being in it for a chapter, but in terms of its content and the payoff. Yeah, I'm doing all the rewrites for it at the moment. I've got until Thursday to send it out to my beta readers. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but yeah, book 3 itself, I've taken on board a lot of things from where a lot of content has either succeeded or failed when it comes to the third installment of whatever franchise it is. But yeah, it's been heavily good fun. A lot of research has gone into it in terms of military sort of speak as well. I've tried not to make it too over the top military or action. I've tried to keep it very grounded, because one of the benefits of writing something post-apocalyptic or New World is you can sort of create your own rules based on what was before. So there is that sort of free reign. Going back on the game here, we're all in the game here. See there, we've all got a few kills apart from Dogger, and that was a reoccurring theme for him for the next sort of 6 games. Also, this footage that you're going to be watching is 3 games long. I've managed to record about 6 or 7 games, but I'm only going to be showing you 3 just so I can save my voice, because I don't think I've ever spoken this long uninterrupted in my life. But I already do have another podcast lined up, and hopefully soon I will have the next in the Beyond Fiction series out to you. But as you can see, we're just holding our area here as the gas is coming in. Top left of your map, if you've never played this game before, that circle is where we've got to get to, and that red border pushing us in is the gas. That's the way of making the game speed up, because if you just had 100 people on a whole map and they weren't forced to push into each other, everyone would just camp and the game would never end. So that's why it does it with this gas. You can see that area behind me. Yeah, that sort of yellow line, that's the border of the gas pushing in, and I've been contacting the guy saying I want to go into this little blue factory. So we do. You see me Indiana Jones in there. I'm very aware that's not parachutes, how parachutes work in real life, and I will never put that into my book, don't worry. But yeah, we're having fun on this game. The first 2 games we've already got a win, we've already got kills in the second game, and we're looking good. We are looking absolutely good. And also with this game as well, you'll see there's a little blue marker that keeps moving on my screen. It's currently at the bottom now, and now it's left. That is marking a loadout drop, and what a loadout drop is, if I go up to that now, I can unlock one of my 10 preset classes with my customized guns. So if you want to see me use, because I've got a class made up where I have made a version of the English with Daniel. I've made a version of the SIG 716 that Ryan uses, particularly on his suicide mission in A Taste Beneath, and the one he calls in Diseased Intentions his new weapon of choice. I've made a class for that, so if you want to see me play a session where I use only that gun, the one that looks exactly like it, it's got the foregrip, it's got the ACOG scope, it's got the silencer. If you want to see me use that, let me know, and I'll even make some more classes with the L96 sniper rifle, the Kar 98K, Sam's rifle, Cooper's shotgun, and even the reliable G36C. Let me know, and I'll play some games with that. And we're, as I said at the beginning of the game, if you want to see us play the original Warzone map, let me know as well. Let me know as well, because then we'll play the big full map, and there's no resurgence in that either. So once you die, you're out until either a teammate buys you back, or you're lucky enough to win your one-on-one gulag with another person who's died. But yeah, and also with Modern Warfare 3 coming out this year of the rebooted series, I'll probably have some videos on that. I might try and go for some gun challenges. But it's, yeah, with Modern Warfare 3 coming out, and I'm writing the third installment in my book. And also right here now, you can see I told Mikey go to that drop, I've got it covered. I look up there, but I had failed to cover him from that person up there. As you can see there, they've got a red marker above them. I think Shane marked them, and that is something that I'm absolutely shocking at. I'm one of the worst person when it comes to mark. I feel sorry for Dogger that he just got shot, so you can see I'm about to drop him some armour just to apologise. He says thanks with his pink gun. The gun that I'm using now is an M4. Obviously I've got some wacky camo on it and some attachments and a little lucky purple box charm on the left side of it. That's just Call of Duty for you, but the M4 does actually make an appearance in Book 3 itself, with Harper's unit using it when they go to Liberia to catch Admiral, and that's all I'm going to say in Book 3. But as you can see now, it's whittling down to the last few teams, and I am the last survivor. If you look at the bottom left of your screen, Adam, Mikey and Shane, all of those red icons next to their name means they're dead. So it's just me, and when I said I was a choker, when I was the last person alive, I wasn't lying. I hit that person with a nice rocket shot, but I should have saved that rocket. And I think it's, I can't really see, but the top right, I think it's 3 teams left. So at the moment I'm just camping it out, hoping that these teams kill each other. And what this is referred to in Call of Duty is third partying, where you let other people beef and then you try and pick off the winner. See that I don't try and get involved in that fight, just hoping that they try and take each other out. They do take him out, and that's when I find out that it is me against 3 people. I know I have a gas mask. I could run into the gas and try and get an open shot on them, but I start to panic a bit. My gun is fully loaded, but I don't have any rockets left. And what I should really do here is, because you can see the circle is starting to move behind me now, is I should have waited until the circle moved past and stayed in the gas. I did hit some nice shots there, but I saw his teammate coming out, and what I did there was actually give away my fucking location. So what happened next is I'm looking for them, they've got the high ground. I haven't reloaded my weapon. I go for a little breakaway here. You see there, they chase after me, I can't spot him, they pop me, and even though I've got self-revive, he comes and finishes me off, and that is our match over with a second place. You can see there from the kill cam, I had no chance, he had the high ground. But we got a second place, so our first 2 games that you've ever seen, we've got a win and a second place. Not that bad at all. Mikey with a big fat 0 like I did in the last game. But that's just how the dice rolls sometimes. That is just how the dice rolls sometimes. These podcasts, what I'm doing right now is actually quite enjoyable. It's hurting my throat a bit. But, you know, not having to read. I am sort of reading from a script, but I'm not really. But it's not like, what the fuck is his face all about? You know, I just sort of get to talk naturally, whereas with the other one I have to set the camera up and I have to try and read information about everything I've researched. Those 2 videos that I did about Carlos Hathcock and Roy Benavides, you know, they were a lot of takes for me to get that information right. So for this one it just feels a bit smoother, my next Beyond Fiction video is going to be something that will interest you all quite highly, because I don't think a lot of you know that I'm interested in what this topic would be about. But yeah, it's definitely Beyond Fiction. When I heard this story, I was like, yeah, there's no way that happened. But turns out it did. But enough about that. And we jump straight into the next game. And this little countdown here, so this happens before every match. This is just like a warm-up, just to make sure that all 50, is it 50 or 60 players have loaded into the match. So when that counter comes down, you'll see us back in the plane. Sorry about that. I've just choked on my own oxygen. So that's the Alien 3 effect. I will be hopefully doing a podcast with a fellow author, Dr. Stuart Knott. who I've read one of the books he was, I want to say involved in, I can't think of the word right now, co-author of. I've just read one of the books he was co-author of, The Summoning, horror book, fucking brilliant book. And he's a massive Alien fan as well. We've spoken about Alien 3 a bit, and I want to reserve a podcast for with him, but I need the right equipment for it, a proper face cam and everything. So yeah, I will talk about that actual movie Alien 3 because it's quite contentious among Alien fans. I have my own opinions of it. I will save them for when I talk with Dr. Stewart, not about it. But yeah, that's some more things I'll be doing on the channel in future. Incidentally, this building we've just landed on is Adam's favourite building. It's quite a good building as well because there's lots of floors with lots of different loot and guns you can pick up. But also you can see here, if I turn around now, if I run away. If I turn, Daniel, turn around, okay, hide in the corner and put your armor on. There we go. Yeah, that thing there that I'm going to now, refill ammo. If you get one of those boxes, it gives you 100% maximum ammo that your player can carry. So that's why we go to that building quite a lot. But yeah, back to Alien 3. I'll be talking with Stuart not quite a lot about it. And what else you can expect on this channel is also some live stream. I'm dying. Some live streams hopefully as well. I've got a live stream hopefully set up with a fellow former chef turned author called Amelia Mandolfo. Great name, sexy name. I actually got popped it. I didn't have a who by, but I gave him a quick turn on, popped him in the face and finished him off. Yeah, that's actually a nice bit of shooting there. The gun is the MX-9. I don't think I'll be using that in my books because I'm not sure if it's an actual real gun, but if there is any weapon fanatics out there, let me know. And yeah, and also when I said Mike and Adam had zero fucking spatial awareness, just watch this. They can't even get through a fucking door. But yeah, that made us fucking laugh when we were playing it. But so yeah, I'll be hopefully doing some podcasts with some authors, like with Stuart Knott, and some live streams with Amelia, where we'll talk about whatever's current at that point. Hopefully get some views in. Oh fucking hell, I'm using a bomb drone. I see someone popping at my mate Adam, going after him with the bomb drone. He jumps off, so I go after this guy here. I try and detonate it, and apparently it only took his armor off. Fuck you. And also with this channel, this YouTube channel as well, I'll be doing some more of these videos. I'm actually really liking just talking about whatever. And if you want to hear me talk about something, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments right now what you want to hear me do a Warzone wambling on about. Because this is actually quite fun, not having to follow the script as that much. I've just seen someone run past there. I think I'm the only person alive, so I'm going to hide in the corner. That's me in the corner. That's me, the last person left alive. And I don't know if I can... Oh, I fucking downed him. That wasn't a bad shot there, but I've just given away my position. Go to finish him off. His teammate comes over. He pops me down, but fortunately some of the guys managed to get back in. Their timer finished just as I got popped off. So they're respawning back in now. And you can see the kill cam on me. Bastard snuck up on me. Yeah, I'll be carrying on with the Beyond Fiction series, the Writing Ting series. I might do another Q&A, another eating challenge. Eating challenges really, it's only spicy food because it's the reaction you watch more, isn't it? It's not really, I don't know, I can't do like a mass eating challenge. You know, someone like Man vs Food or Beard Meets Food, two great YouTube channels by the way. You know, I can't eat mass amounts of food, so it'll probably have to be something spicy. Or I might do a drinking one if I ever, get back to drinking, but we'll have to see. I've just failed landing on that roof because I was going to pop that guy, but you can see on your kill counter, Dogger's put someone down, Domy's put someone, no, Dogger's only finished off someone, he didn't get the kill. But you can see me there, my sexy M4. I fucking love this gun, it's a very overused gun in Call of Duty. But it's in Warzone, it's reliable, but I will be using some other guns, especially when Modern Warfare 3 comes out. I'm going to do a gun challenge video of that. You can see me pull the rocket launcher out. I actually downed some. Did I down someone with that? I'm not sure if I did actually. But you see, we're all on the rooftops, we're all getting popped off. It's getting manic around here. And this is also why we love Warzone, because it's not your standard 6 versus 6, just team deathmatch where you can kill, die, kill, die, kill, die. This one actually has weight to it, so I think I'm the last person alive again. I've got to wait for their countdowns. So I'm just hiding safely. Got my rocket launcher out. See a couple run past. Wait for the right moment. Pick a shot. Boom! Sit down, bitch. But yeah, they're coming back now. I think Domi's coming back and the other guy's counter's coming. I finished that guy off. Not a bad bit of shooting there by me. Again, I said not a bad bit of shooting because I'm not a pro at this game at all. Like, if you play Warzone regularly, you'll see how shit we are. We play it for fun. The guy was chasing after me there, so I've gone for a lucky shot. You see me now. Go for a throwing knife, miss him. Just so you know, none of us have hit a throwing knife shot yet, and when we do, that will be replayed on multiple angles. I'll put some fucking disco music over the top as well, just to make it look cool. You see that guy chased me down. I'm probably going to finish off here now because the game's coming close to an end. Alright, I'll start with what you might want to see in terms of gaming wise. I am going to try next year getting all 4 of my boys here equipment so we can actually record our gaming, our in-game chat, so you can hear just some of the shit and the banter we say to each other. But I'll also carry on with these kind of podcasts because they're a lot easier for me to get content out, and also for some reason some of you love hearing my voice, even though I personally think I sound like a nasally 14-year-old who's been punched in the face. But there we go. So the gaming side of that will carry on. The podcast, or the proper video live stream podcast, will hopefully start next year. I'll be carrying on with the Beyond Fiction and writing things, hopefully some Q&A videos, and I'll do some more up-to-date stuff with Book 3 and all my other projects with everything else I have going on. I did say I might do some cooking videos at some point, but that's very much just on the back burner. Yeah, it's kind of a tough one having to balance, working full time whilst writing, and now I've started YouTube as well, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into the editing process of this, but I'm actually enjoying this much. As I don't know if you can tell, it is hurting my throat, but it's actually quite fun. Even just look back on our gaming footage and just take the piss out of myself and the boys. It's good fun. It is, because this is just how we are as well. A lot of how me and my friends talk are sort of like how Ryan and Mikey talk to each other. I've based a lot of Ryan and Mikey's conversations, a lot of how me and my friends talk, just to make it seem, just more authentic, if that's the actual word for it. Oh, fucking hell, I feel like I've been throat fucked by a horny kangaroo. I'm drinking Fanta, by the way, so it's probably not helping, but I'm going to take a swig here. And what I've got for the rest of the day, so today's Tuesday, I'll be doing some more rewrites, because Book 3 goes out to the betas on Thursday. I'll be doing some more rewrites, and I've also got to record a cooking reel, because my Instagram, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but unless you're doing actual like edited reels and not just like a hi how you're doing video, unless you're doing edited reels, Instagram doesn't like you. It's like it's trying to turn itself into fucking TikTok. It's shit. My engagement has gone down, so I'm just going to do a cooking reel just to see if that makes any difference. But I don't really want to be doing the reels. If I did, I'd be on TikTok, but I'm not. But see down, yeah, it's another game. 3rd game in a row we've got down to the last few teams. I'm going to go hide up on the hill. I hear someone beefing Adam down there. You see, they pop him away. They manage to down him. I finish him off. And that's when I realise that it's nearly the final circle. And this final circle, in any of the maps you play on, it's territory for the rooftop campers. So I've put a mortar strike down on the rooftop. As you can see with the purple icon coming up on your screen, I've hit them a couple of times just to try and get them off, but they're still up there. So we start pushing back as a team. I've already got the front ground, so I cover them, and then me and Dogger hide behind this little wall here. And that's when we notice a little bit up to the left, if I actually ever bother to look. Aim up, Daniel. No, up and left. Up and left, Daniel. Left. You see, hindsight is great and all that, but in-game, you don't really think about where to aim. And that's when I noticed that guy there, who had a clear line of sight on me. I've actually hit a lot more shots on him there, so I don't know how I didn't manage to injure him, but that guy jumps down as well, and now it's whittled down to the past few teams. We've already won one, and we've already come second place. What can we do here? Can we add another dub to the game or not? I climb up here to get the height advantage. I see another person parachuting down. Managed to whip some shots into him. Domi's been taken down. Mikey's been taken down. I missed that guy. Shane gets finished off as well, so it is just me. It is just me, and there is 3 teams left, and I am the only guy on my team. I have the height advantage. I am not putting my armor on for some reason, which is even just rewatching back giving me anxiety. I know the only way this team can get to me is to climb up through where I'm watching now. So the only thing that seems sensible for them to do right now, I'm trying to third party it, wait for them to finish off whoever else is left. But this little red icon on your screen that just popped up was a drill charge, which meant it's a grenade that can drill through the ceiling. They took my arm off, they climbed up, finished me, it's a 3rd place. Yeah, so that's the first 3 games you will ever see from us, the Esports Pembroke team, or Pembroke Esports team as I should say, with your boy, Shane, Mikey and Domi. I'm going to do some more of these podcasts because it's quite fun, and yeah, if you like hearing my voice, let me know what else you want to see in terms of the gaming wise, what I can commentate over. But as much as I can say, as always, much love, take care, and peace.